I have with me Moses Sapir. He is unarguably the biggest fan of Amitabh Bachchan from all across the world. I've known him for a really long time, and he's an absolute devotee of Mr. Bachchan. And today I requested him that let's try and find out what are the top 5 films of Amitabh Bachchan according to him. He has some amazing data on Mr. Bachchan's movies, which certain things Mr. Bachchan gets surprised as well, that how the hell do you manage to get these photographs and this information, even tickets of his movies, which is absolutely amazing. Moses, thank you very much for joining us from Israel.
Hi, Faridoon. Good afternoon.
All right, so Moses, good afternoon. What does 11th October mean to you?
ये मेरे लिए बहुत खास दिन है, सिर्फ मेरे लिए नहीं, दुनिया भर के लोगों के लिए। अमित जी का जन्मदिन है। मेरे हिसाब से अमित जी is the finest and the best actor in the world. No one came better than him, and before him and after him. For me, best. Not only India, all बहुत खुशी का दिन है अमित जी का जन्मदिन। हम लोग मना लेंगे, खुशी से मनाएंगे, मुस्कुराते बना लेंगे।
All right, so I still remember when I spoke to you, when Mr. Bachchan was in hospital a few months back. He was not feeling well, and you're absolutely heartbroken. Now, at this point of time, Mr. Bachchan, touch wood, he's in the thick of things. He's doing a lot of films. He's been signed by a lot of these brands, and he's and the show. So he's doing what he loves to do, and that is work. How inspiring do you find that a man is just letting his work do the talking, and he continues to work no matter what?
See, Amit ji, besides being a very good actor, I think he's very good host. I think KBC is rocking his amazing program. मैं हर दिन देखता हूँ YouTube पे, because Sony TV इधर पे नहीं आता है, मगर the way he hosts this, amazing, entertaining, and so joyful. He's the best. He's also a very good singer, Amit ji. हमेशा वो जो गाना गाते हैं, बहुत सुर में गाता है, Amit ji. So films, music, ads, KBC. What can you ask more for Amit ji? It's fantastic for us, for all his fans around the world.
Moses, even Mr. Bachchan would want to know, how the hell do you manage to get that memorabilia about him? Those tickets of his movies, those wonderful pictures that even he has not seen for ages now. How do you manage to get that?
See, बचपन से फरीदून मैं हमेशा collect किया, VHS, DVDs, Blu Rays, posters, pictures, photo, postcard में हमेशा collect किया. ये मेरा एक mission था, जिससे बचपन में इतना प्यार किया. अभी तक मैं कहता हूँ अमित जी से, it was like I want to get all the things that Amit is doing, films, CDs. So Israel से बहुत मुश्किल था ये सब मिलने के लिए, but I try my best. So धीरे-धीरे I start to collect, and today I have everything, be it films, DVDs, postcard, magazines. So मेरा घर पे खजाना है. I have 3,000 Hindi films on my room, you can see. So, but I have also all Amit ji's films. And सिर्फ एक नहीं, जैसे महान तीन DVDs है, नसीब का 3 DVDs है, काला पत्थर 2. So, you know, I manage to collect all the films even 2 and 3 times, because वो अलग-अलग coverage जो आता है, I wanted to get it all. So मेरे पास सब कुछ है that related to Amit ji.
All right, Moses, you named your son after Amit ji. Your son is named Amit. That shows your devotion as well. All right, so Moses, you've repeatedly said that Amitabh Bachchan is the biggest movie star in India as well as the world. At the level of box office, you've constantly been bringing it to people's attention that the sort of popularity that Mr. Bachchan has seen, if we take the footfalls into account, the sales of tickets into account, that has still not been seen in India.
Yes.
Would you want to give a few examples, and then we come to top 5 films?
See, first of all, me as a viewer of Indian films, I'm not so believe to the critics of what they're saying for new movies, Amit ji ko or दूसरे actors ko. So I watch all the films. So if we will talk about Amit's latest films, so we all watch him as the angry young man and the romantic hero. You know, always the Indian journalists talked about the angry young man, but we saw also Amit in very romantic roles, just like Kabhi Kabhi, Silsila, Manzil, Doan Jane is also was a very dramatic and romantic role in some ways. So he gave us all this package. But in the recent years, Amit also gave us very different and unique roles. Be it Gulabo Sitabo, बहुत अलग रोल था. Pink, Piku, Abhi Chehere जो आए, so amazing roles, fantastic performances. So for me, every film that Amiji is starting on and it's releasing, it's a gift for me from him. Because in 78 to do so much films, and not only this, he also won Best Actor Award for many of these films. Shamitab के लिए वो Stardust Award Best Actor को मिला, Piku के लिए National Award और Filmfare को मिला. So it's fantastic for me, for all his fans. So many films, so many roles, and very unique roles that हमें लोग आज तक नहीं देखा, जैसे गुलाबो सीताबो का एकलौता चेहरे का एकलौता, Pink, Piku, Shamitab, fantastic films, in my opinion.
Right. No. So if we can talk about the footfalls, the ticket sales of Amitabh Bachchan's films, like say if you talk about late 70s or early 80s when he was at his peak in terms of box office charisma, every film that Amitabh Bachchan used to do was a hit. Used to run for like say Silver Jubilee and Golden Jubilee and Lavares and Namak Halal and Naseeb and Trishul and Kala Patthar, Satya Pe Satta. Every film was working. He was doing 4 or 5 films simultaneously, and was the highest paid actor at that point of time. It was one man. It was called one man industry. So specifically, if you can please tell us in terms of ticket sales and footfalls and the number of weeks some of these movies ran at that point of time.
See, I will give you an example. मैं बच्चा था जब मैं अमित जी का फिल्म देख रहा था. So for every kid, even you, Faridoon, you also told me a few times that to see this tall, handsome man on screen, he fights, he sings, and the emotions, the tears in the film is like Muqaddar Ka Sikandar. So हम लोग हैरान हो गए. Wow, what an acting, what a performance, what a persona. So I think all over the world people loved him. So the films must to be a blockbuster because story भी अच्छी थी अमित जी के फिल्मों में उस जमाने में, acting भी अच्छी थी, performance गाने सब अच्छे थे. For example, in 1978, okay, Don release हुआ, double role, मुकद्दर का सिकंदर release हुआ, त्रिशूल release हुआ, गंगा की सौगंध release हुआ, कसमें वादे. All the film was blockbusters, run like 50 and 100 weeks, blockbuster films. और 4-5-6 फिल्म एक साल में और सभी फिल्म ब्लॉकबस्टर. It's a phenomenal thing that we cannot sing these things in these days. अगर एक पिक्चर अगर हिट हो जाएगा तो बहुत बड़ी बात है आजकल. But I mean just see this period like in 81 Naseeb was a blockbuster. Yarana also in 81 it was Naseeb, Yarana, Kalia, Silsila, Barsat Ki Ek Raat, all the films were super blockbuster hits. And you know, even Faridoon, even his flop films that the critics called them flop, they were not flop. Silsila was not a flop film compared to Yarana and Lavaris and Naseeb. Shad thoda sa piche tha, magar it was not flop film. People go and watch Silsila. If you will see picture of the Feast Day Fish of Silsila, it was housefuls all over India. So even his flop films, in the reality, they were big hits. Let's face it.
Shan, for example, is
Shan and Silsila, Barsat Ki Ek Raat, Besharam, Mahan, Desh Premi, all these films were big hits. But compared to others, just वो लोग कहते हैं ये थोड़ा सा अलग था, but they also were blockbusters. Mahan, Desh Premi, Shan, जो people कहते हैं ये average film. It was not average. इनकेला भी average film नहीं था. It was a blockbuster in many cities in India.
Right. So, Moses, I'm sure it is very difficult for you to have your top 5 Amitabh Bachchan films. So, the criteria, let's have a criteria. Let's not merely bring box office into account. I would want to know your top 5 Amitabh Bachchan films and why you like them, irrespective of the fact that what was their fate at the box office. Because the biggest Amitabh Bachchan fan and what are his top 5 will be very, very interesting.
Yes, so बहुत मुश्किल सवाल आपने पूछा फरीदून. So I will try my best to answer this. but shoulder more than 5, but अभी जो दिमाग में आएगा वो मैं top 5 में बोलूँगा. So let's start with the film Shakti.
Okay, that's a very good choice.
Yeah. शक्ति मेरे लिए बहुत पसंदीदा फिल्म है. रमेश सिप्पी डायरेक्शन किया, रिटन बाय सलीम जावेद, और दो इतने महान कलाकार एक साथ आए थे. First time on screen, Dilip Saab or Amit ji. What a fantastic film! The performances, the dialogues, the emotions. मैं यकीन मानिए फरीदा हर 2 महीने में एक पिक्चर देखता हूँ डीवीडी पे या टीवी पे. Very nice film, very strong film, powerful performances. मजाक नहीं है, comedy नहीं है, very serious film and very emotional. And as I'm father of 2 kids, that's true. Then हमेशा जो film देखता हूँ, I can understand Dilip Saab's feelings and also Amit ji's feelings as his son. बहुत खूबसूरत फिल्म ये रमेश सिप्पी जी ने बनाया. I think it's underrated film in India, but for me it's one of Amit ji's best. And Amit is in the history of India. बहुत खूबसूरत, बहुत powerful फिल्म है.
Okay, any favorite scenes from Shakti?
एक सीन है जो राखी जी जब अमीश पुरी उसको गोली मारते हैं जीप में और उसका ध्यान तो गया, जो अमित जी वो जेल से आते हैं पुलिस के साथ और वो दिलीप पे सबको हाथ पकड़ते और बिना कुछ बोल के सिर्फ आईज एक्सप्रेशन इतना ज्यादा बोलते हैं अमित जी और दिलीप से एक दूसरे के लिए. I don't know how to say it in Hindi. They saying so much between them, but we know without words, and it was fantastic scene I think in Shakti. And of course the airport scene that Amit ji coming to the airport to take the revenge on Amrish Puri, the anger in his face, it looks so real. जैसे कभी-कभी मैं ऐसा देखता हूँ कि ये फिल्म है या हकीकत है. Amazing. Because we forgot that इतना यूनिट था, इतना camera, director, all this were in the shoot, but it looks so real, so realistic. Amazing performance by Amit ji and also Dilip Saab.
Okay, which is the next one?
Next one is of course सभी का favorite film Amar Akbar Anthony.
Wow.
I think it's the most popular Hindi film in the world. शायद शोले, I will also talk about शोले, maybe शोले also, but I think in the world itself, जैसे अमेरिका में, Israel में, and Egypt, I think Amar Akbar is the most famous Hindi film in the entire globe. And Manmohan Desai जो direct किया और also produced किया. I think it was the first film that Manmohan Desai produced himself. Amazing story, Kader Khan ki dialogues, police ka keso, and all this Amit ji's Tapori role, and the songs, the punch, the comedy, the action, and Amit ji also won the best actor award for his role as Anthony Gonsalves. And one good point in Amar Akbar Anthony also that we can say lots of acting skills of Amit ji, जैसे comedy भी है, action भी करता है Amit ji, और वो एक बहुत emotional scene है जो church पे आता है and you see the father that Jivan Saab killed him, and it was very emotional scene. So Amar Akbar Anthony में we see all Amit ji's faces, जैसे वो रोता है, वो मजाक भी करता है, and of course the mirror scene after the songs of My Name is Anthony goes away. So amazing, it's a full-time pass film. Amazing.
Right, that mirror scene I think is legendary. So what is your favorite dialogue? What is your favorite dialogue of Amitabh Bachchan and Amar Akbar Anthony?
I think the mirror scene, Paka Idiot and all this, I think it was amazing. And by the way, Amit ji shoot this scene in one take. And it's also amazing. No, only Amitabh Bachchan can do that. And Manmohan Desai was not in the shoot. वो दारामवीर का shooting कर रहे थे मनमोहन जी. So he asked Amit ji, ऐसा कुछ गड़बड़ मत करो. And after he saw the scene that Amit ji shoot without him, Manmohan Desai एक फैसला की कि from now I work only with you, only with Amit ji. So actually after Amar Akbar Anthony, he was only Amit ji, Desh Premi, Naseeb, all these films, and he worked only with Amit ji. Soag, Ganga Jamna Saraswati, and all this. He worked only with Amit ji after that.
Right. All right. Which is the next one, Moses?
Next one is Muqaddar Ka Sikandar.
Wow, what a huge hit.
Yes, Muqaddar Ka Sikandar, huge blockbuster. Huge blockbuster by Prakash Mehra, Kadir Khan's dialogues. And in my opinion, Faridoon, I want to tell you something about Muqaddar Ka Sikandar. in my opinion, I have seen more than 4,000 Hindi films in my life, and sure, Hollywood films. In my opinion, Amit ji की पूरी करियर में, from Sat Hindustani to Chehere, Amit ji's best scene in his life, in my opinion, मैं फिर से बोलता हूँ, एक सीन है जब अमित जी और अमजद खान साहब वो फाइट करते हैं in the climax of the film, and after that scene, Amit ji coming injury, शॉल है, and वो मंदा पे राखी जी और विनोद खन्ना की साहब की शादी हो रही है, and in coming after injured by Amjad, so the face that you look at, hi meow Vishal, and he coming close to the mandap, what a scene, and what his expression with the tears in the eyes and enjoyed the pain he feels. This is the finest performance an actor in the world can give on screen. Believe me, no one can do that again. मेरे हिसाब से आमिर जी के सबसे बेहतरीन सीने पूरे करियर में, मैं ऐसा मानता हूँ. मुकद्दर का
favorite song from मुकद्दर का सिकंदर. It was a musical hit.
Yes, रोते हुए आते सब. It's my personal favorite. किशोर कुमार, अंजन साहब, कल्याणजी आनंद जी, बहुत प्यारा, बहुत खूबसूरत, and the lyrics was so much meaning. If you will listen this song nowadays, so much meaning for life these songs have. क्या lyrics थे, क्या music थे. किशोर कुमार, अमित जी on the bike. बचपन में मैं bicycle चलाता, मैं कितने बार मैं गिरा bicycle से. मैं I want to try also sing without dance, because एक सीन है जो अमित जी ऐसा करते हैं, but I try, but मैं साइकिल से गिरा.
Great. So next one, Moses, which is the next one after this?
Next one is Sholay, of course.
Of course.
Again, Indian films biggest blockbuster, MSCP again, Salim, Javed, Amit ji, Dharam ji, Hema, Jaya, Amjad, Sanjeev Saab. Beautiful film, beautiful performances. बहुत मजेदार film है, मजाक भी था, action भी था, emotion भी था. Amit ji's fantastic performance. Sure, also Dharam ji's, and sometimes we forget some facts, Faridoon, that Sholay started to shoot in 73. It released in 75, 2 years later. So Amit ji was a newcomer. If you will look back, from Sat Hindustani, शायद 2 साल 3-4 साल का experience था अमित जी, और इतना खूबसूरत performance, इतना जबरदस्त performance in the climax when he is there, when he going to dead. What an amazing performance, Amit ji. And he was a newcomer. What is 3 and 4 years in the industry? It's nothing to these days. And फिर भी इतना खूबसूरत, इतना मुश्किल performance देने के लिए, only I think Amitabh Bachchan can do that. Sure, it was a very beautiful film, Jagdeep Saab, Nasrani, and the music, Adi Barman, Anand Bakshi, all this package, and MSCP directed a very beautiful film. So it's also in my personal favorite.
So Mr. Bachchan has this, I think, unique ability to ignite multiple emotions in the viewers. It can be anger, it can be action, it can be
absolutely
comedy. It can be comedy, it can be drama. And I think Sholay was one film where it had almost everything, and that too in great amounts. As far as Mr. Bachchan is concerned, the comedy was there. घड़ी drama करता है, या फिर मौसी जी को जो भड़काना है types and all that, and action obviously was superb, and then the intense romantic scenes were, say, with Jaya ji. So would you say that maybe it showcased Amitabh Bachchan's wide talent in a very, very nice manner?
Yes. See, these days, I will not mention names, Faridoon, but newcomer जो पर्दे पर आता है, we feel that ये newcomer है. Okay, it's not his finest role, but Amit ji those days he gave so much powerful performances as a newcomer. It's amazing. And I will tell you one point, Faridoon. Let's take Sholay or Diwar, for example. 75. Amit ji was 4 or 5 years actor this time. Is in his resume, in his experience. Let's go 10 years later. जैसे गिरफ्तार, we can say कि Amit ji Mard में आखिरी रास्ते में it was better than in Sholay. It was Amitabh Bachchan here, and also Amitabh Bachchan there in the persona, in the abilities. But these day actors, and I will tell you all the Khans, Kumars, I think if you will take the beginning and after 10 years, they become more good actors. ज़्यादा अच्छे actors. मगर Amit ji even in Sholay, in Zanjeer 73, and after 10, it's the same Amitabh Bachchan. We can't say कि कूली में अमित जी ज़्यादा अच्छा एक्टर था जंजीर के दिन में. He was also amazing in Zanjeer, and Zanjeer released in 73, they shot in 72. It was only 2 years actor, and इतना खूबसूरत performance दिया अमित जी जंजीर में. आजकल ये नहीं होता है.
There are a lot of people who understand cinema very well. They are of the opinion that Mr. Bachchan's earlier works, be it Saath Hindustani, Saudagar, Mili, for example, he was Anand was a so though he was very good in those films as well, right at the very beginning. So okay, which is the next one, Moses?
Next one, of course, Diwar.
Right, of course.
Diwar मेरे हिसाब से मेरे ख्यालों में finest cinema. No one can match Diwar till date. Shashi Kapoor, Amit ji, Nirok Paroi, what a performance! मेरे पास माए और क्या क्या है तुम्हारे पास, all the dialogues, all the emotions. Yash Chopra's direction, Salim Javed with the finest script. Working, fantastic cinema, fantastic film. हर बार तुम देखोगे तुम ज़्यादा excitement रहोगे दीवार देखने के. It's amazing film, amazing emotions, the powerful performance. Amit ji from a normal guy, he becoming a gangster. Uska chota bhai police. The conflict between us, the dialogues between us. What a powerful film, Diwar. I think, in my opinion, it's the finest script written in Hindi cinema till date.
Definitely. And what do you think is the importance of now? We've got the top 5 films of Amitabh Bachchan, but what do you think has been the importance of Salim Javed in Mr. Bachchan's career right in the beginning?
See, they start with him with Zanjeer. So I think after they saw the Amit's abilities or the angry man, जैसे वो प्राण साहब के वो जुआ खाने में आता है, and all the fight scene, the first scene with प्राण साहब, and I think they noticed कि ये जवान आदमी जो है अमित जी, उसको वो थोड़ा सा अलग है. And you know, I will tell you something. मैं एक किताब में पढ़ा था कि after जब तक मैंने कुछ मैंने this scene with प्राण साहब in the police station, प्राण साहब took Prakash Mehra aside, and प्राण साहब, it was the first film प्राण साहब made with Amit ji. So प्राण साहब tell to Prakash साहब कि mark my words, this guy, he will be a legend and the best actor in India. And ऐसा ही हुआ था. Because Pran Saab, he worked with all the actors before Amit ji. From Raj Kapoor, जिस देश में गंगा बहते हैं, and the Ram और Sham, he worked with all the actors. But वो फिर भी प्रकाश मेहरा से कहा था, mark my words, this guy will be the best actor in India. And ऐसा ही हुआ था. So Salim Javed, so if you talk, so Salim Javed noticed that Amit ji में कुछ है. So just think after that they worked, I think, only with Amit ji. यादों की बारात भी हाथ की सफाई, and you know हाथी मेरे साथी. But after Zanjeer there was Majboor, Sholay, Diwar, Imandaram, Shakti, Dawn, Kala Patel, Dostana, so many Shakti, so many films. I think, in my opinion, that Salim Javed's best scripts were the film they done with Amit ji. यादों की बारात भी अच्छी फिल्म थी, हाथ की सफाई, but whenever people think about Salim Javed, they think about Diwar, about Dawn, about Sholay. I think so. This is my opinion about the combination between Amit ji and Salim Javed.
No, absolutely. All right. And so, Moses, finally, any wishes that you would like to give to Mr. Bachchan? And I hope that he watches this video.
Just salamat rahe Amit ji, khush rahe, swasth rahe, be healthy and strong, and he keep entertaining us. I love him so much, Faridoon. यकीन मानिए हर दिन अगर 1 घंटा जो गुजरता है मेरे जिंदगी में, मैं उस अमित जी के, he always in my mind. I always think of him 24 hours and what के अमित जी अभी क्या कर रहे. I always waiting for his tweets, for his blog, and whenever he's saying new films, मेरे लिए बहुत खुशी होती है कि और एक फिल्म आने वाला है अमित जी का. And also the way he connect with his fans. You know, Faridoon, whenever I message him and कोई उसका fan he will message him, हमेशा अमित जी का reply आता है. Even after 5 hours, but he will reply to you. He will not give you a feel that हाँ मैं आपका message read किया मगर I will not reply to you. So and he is Amitabh Bachchan, he's so busy, but फिर भी he wishes on our birthdays on his blog, on Twitter. It's something else. You know, besides being a very good artist, I think he's very good human being. He's very good citizen of India. और बहुत अच्छा बाप भी है और वो बहुत अच्छा बेटा भी है. वो हमेशा हरिवंश राय बच्चन जी का जिक्र करता है ब्लॉग पे, उसके शायरी पर, and he talks about his mother, about his kids. So we can learn from him so much about to be a good father, a good son. I learned from him how to respect people. Amazing personality.
Right. And finally, Moses, can we see you writing a book on Amitabh Bachchan?
ये मेरा एक ख्वाब है, एक ख्वाहिश है. Hopefully soon I want to write a book. You know, my mother language is Hebrew, so I can understand English and Hindi more than I can speak. But I want to write a book in Hebrew for the Israeli fans, because हमारा जो पसंदीदा थोड़ा सा अलग है. So I want to write a book for them, that the films that the Israeli people grown up with Akbar Anthony and Sholeh, Satepesat and Hera Feri, and all these films, they're very popular films like Kasme Vade, Nasib. I want to mention two things, or Nasib or Aakhir Rasta bhi bahut mera pasandida film hai. I want just mention also these two films. So शायद एक दिन हो जाएगा, मैं एक बहुत खूबसूरत किताब में लिखूंगा, इंशाल्लाह.
And maybe I think Main Azad Hu is another film that you like. That's what I want to understand. Maybe
Main Azad Hu, I noted that Amit's beautiful performance. जब मैं बचपन, जब मैंने पहली बार मैंने पिताजी मैंने ये फिल्म दे दिया, I did not understand this film, Faridoon. बिल्कुल मेरे को समझ में नहीं था ये क्या हो रहा है. Same with Azad Hu, same with Agnipat. But after you grown up and you're watching Main Azad Hu, you feel this is the real cinema. This is the finest cinema. Amit's performance, Shabanaji's performance, and I think Main Azad Hu is Tino Anand's finest direction. वो कालिया भी की है, शहनशाह भी की है, दुनिया में रजब में की है, but I think Main Azad Hu is Tino Anand's finest direction.
Moses, we can keep talking to you, but I believe you have a lot of other engagements as well. So thank you very much, Moses, for talking to me, and
thank
all
you
the best wishes. And I hope that all his fans would let us know their favorite Amitabh Bachchan films, because it's the intention is not merely to just bracket it down to 5 films. There are so many films that you can talk for hours at Amitabh Bachchan films. So I think his fans, they should let us know what are the films that they like, and we can discuss that. We can talk about it. So Moses, thank you very much, and
thank you, Faridoon. God bless.
Again. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
You take care, man. Thank you.
Bye.